Hello there, Hemanji. Alright, well done for getting the work in, well done for starting the sentence guide. So overall I can see a very big improvement from that last essay about international marketing, so that's a great start. Let's go. The overall personal development of a child is dependent on the activities they indulge in, full stop. I believe fun, games and sports would be helpful for child's growth rather than only reading books. Excellent. This essay will discuss the arguments further with relevant supporting examples. Fine. Later we learn how to adapt this sentence and make it relevant. Later we'll start saying this essay will discuss these arguments using examples from Harvard and the British Sports Council to demonstrate points and prove arguments. But that's later. Firstly, reading would be beneficial to imbibe new information. Nevertheless, playing electronic games can develop skills which by reading alone cannot be gained. Fantastic. This is because while playing a video game, children tend to develop spatial, reflexive, cognitive, and various other skills that cannot be learned by the monotonous task of reading. Fantastic. For example, write it fully out. We don't want to use these abbreviations. A recent study by Harvard University showed that children who played games on PlayStation for 2 hours a week outperformed their counterparts by 20% in psychometric tests. Psychrometric, I don't know what that means. Here, capital P, okay? But the rest is really good, and this is a really good structure to use, okay? For example, a recent study by Oxford University showed that employees who participated in monthly assessments regularly outperformed their counterparts by over 20% in performance reviews later in the year or something like that. Okay, but this structure is very useful, so try to use that structure again in later essays. Secondly, by only concentrating on reading and neglecting other skill sets of a child would be academically biased. No, this doesn't make sense. So let's see. Secondly, by only concentrating on reading and neglecting other skill sets, full stop or comma, abilities of a child would possibly have an academic bias, okay? Because we're saying the skill sets belong to this part of the sentence. Skill sets of a child would have an academic bias, or do skill sets belong to this part of the sentence? Okay, by neglecting other skill sets. Okay. Let's see. By only concentrating and neglecting other skill sets of a child would be. Let's see. By only concentrating on reading and neglecting other skill sets of a child. Yes, that skill set has to belong to either this part of the sentence or that part of the sentence. Okay, so that needs to be rephrased completely. This is due to the fact that physical activities such as sports offer development in the areas of interpersonal relations when playing in a team. Good. Sense of competition and various other cognitive and motor skills. Okay, let's see. So here, tip, shorter sentences are easier to understand and they don't cause as much rereading, okay, because the goal is that we just we flow through from beginning to end. So let's see. This is due to the fact that physical activities such as sports offer development in the areas of interpersonal relations when playing in a team. The sense of competition and various other cognitive motor skills are also improved. Okay, or let's just full stop there, and that would have been fine for now. The British Sports Council, capital S, capital C there because it's part of the name, in fact noted that after sports were introduced in schools, there was an increase of 10% in participation of students in other team competitions. Good. Therefore, sports may play a significant role in igniting the competitive nature in students. Fantastic. Very, very good. Crystal clear. Excellent example. Good start. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that activities other than reading have enough potential to nurture other essential life skills in kids. Very good start, Hemanji. Very good. Okay, pay two things that I want you to implement for the next essay is when you've got a long sentence like this, try cut it up. Okay, likewise with this one. All right, just try cut it up into 2 sentences. It's just going to be clearer and easier to read. Let's go. In today's ironical times, technology has facilitated us with numerous means of communication, but the use itself has declined. Okay, good start. I wouldn't have said ironical. Ironical it doesn't have that much to do with this subject. I would have said modern or technological, yeah, or social media or socially connected or whatever. Okay, just something a tiny little bit more relevant. Looking at circumstances around, I agree that people are attached to more worldly pleasures than to cherish family bonds. Okay. In this essay, we will walk through, we'll use, this essay will analyze these issues using examples from surveys and Stanford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, same copy-paste sentence as we said before. Okay, I wouldn't say this looking at circumstances around. Okay, because it sounds a little bit conversational, and this sounds as though we're going to talk about materialism, which I don't think is much to do with the topic. Okay, it's not really that related, so be careful there. Firstly, the current generation is addicted to their smartphones, laptops. Okay, lists, smartphones, laptops, and I don't know, let's see, smartphones, laptops, and computers, which hardly allows any time for them to interact with their loved ones. Right, 2 things here, lists and hedging. So I want you to watch all the videos, okay, and start implementing better lists and hedging whenever possible. This is largely because of the plethora of, very good word there, plethora of options available on the internet, ranging from entertainment, education, and travel, full stop. When one starts exploring, it is easy to lose track of time and no time is left for any other activity. Okay, repetition. Is there a better way we can construct this sentence? So let's see. So after exploring, let's see, full stop. So it's while exploring, it is easy to lose track of time. Okay, not lose, but check your spelling, you've used the wrong one there. So it is easy to lose track of, while exploring, it is easy to lose track of time, therefore leaving very little for other activities such as family bonds or such as family dinners. Okay, we can rephrase it so we don't have to repeat time. Survey conducted by Community Service Society of London, very good, revealed that the time spent by youngsters with their family in the past 2 years has plunged 60%. Good. Therefore, this directs to the fact that technology is driving us away from face-to-face communication. You didn't really say that communication was the reason you didn't really say technology was the reason communication has plunged. So you have to make it clear, okay? Revealed that the amount of time spent by youngsters with their family in the past 2 years has plunged by 60%, largely due to modern technology such as the internet, okay? Or largely due to attractive sites, largely due to attractive entertainment online. Okay, and that's basically what we're saying here. And then it's just crystal clear. Okay, so good start there. Just make sure the example is clearly demonstrates your argument. Secondly, many youngsters are opting to study abroad, to live independently away from their home. Good. This is largely due, not hugely due. This is largely due to the craving for a life of freedom with minimal intervention from others in their personal space. Very good. A study conducted by Stanford University showed that 40% of the students called their parents only once a month and would visit their hometown once a year. Consequently, the ties with family weaken further due to limited interactions. Very good. Excellent, excellent. So this whole paragraph would have benefited significantly with hedging, especially the first part. So good work, good work. In conclusion, younger generations are often captivated by the latest technological devices and also with the fulfillment of personal desires, which has led the majority of them to distance themselves with their parents with little exchange of talks. Okay, with little communication exchanged. But fantastic start. So great work. Once again, I would have perhaps cut this up into 2 sentences. Actually, no, this is fine. This one's fine because you managed to pull it off. It wasn't terribly complex and you communicated effectively, so that's fine. Great start, Hemanji. What I want you to do now is implement all the corrections that you've heard. Then I want you to make a list of the mistakes and the improvements. That's called your error list. I want you to send me the error list. I want you to send me these 2 corrected essays, and then I want you to write to me 2 new essays where you implement all the videos, all the knowledge from the videos, and then send it to me all together in 1 email, and then I'll get it back to you as soon as possible. Today I was a little bit late because I've been traveling. I'm in the UK, but by Wednesday things will be back to normal and it'll be back to 24-hour corrections. Okay, have a great day and keep working hard. You're doing good.